What time is it?
Time for a song!
Last time we took a look at the MLP musical numbers that were less than perfect for one reason or another. Most of them weren't straight up awful, but they had things holding them back. So now, as promised, it's time to flip it around! These are the MLP musical numbers that prove how amazing the show can be when effort and originality are the names of the game. These are the songs that will stay with me for years after hearing them, and can sometimes even shine brighter than the episodes or movies they're featured in. Even though these rules apply more to the worst list, I'm still going to mention them here so that there's no confusion. There will once again be no joke songs, no music video songs, no instrumental tracks, and no song snippets. These are musical numbers from the episodes or movies that demand your attention when they play, and considering how high quality they are, they deserve it. Like always, if you have your own list, the comment section is always open, so feel free to share your thoughts and get a discussion going. I'd love to hear what you have to say. So without further ado, hey, I'm Finn the Pony, and these are my top 10 favorite My Little Pony musical numbers.
Each one of us has something special that makes us different, that makes us rare. We have a light that shines within us, that we were always meant to share. And when we come together, combine the light that shines within, there is nothing we can't do, there is no battle we can't win.
The songs in Equestria Girls are usually not much to write home about. Aside from the occasional gem like Battle or Unleash the Magic, a lot of EQ tunes just kind of fade into the background without leaving much of a footprint behind. I have nothing bad to say about them, but not much good either. But hands down, the best Equestria Girls song in my opinion actually comes from Legend of Everfree, and fittingly enough, it's the first one you hear.
Will you be lost by time or be part of history? Will your story be told or remain a mystery? Will they sing your song telling all that you have done? Time to make your choice, only you can be the one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure no one else will have this on their best list, but I can't help it. This is the ideal intro for this movie. While Legend of Everfree isn't my favorite EQ movie, I can't deny that it definitely has the best atmosphere. The camp setting gives the movie a unique feel and environment all its own, and similar to how The Gift of Maud Pie portrays the vibe of a big city really well, Legend of Everfree does the same in regards to summer camp. And I can tell you this firsthand since I've been to Boy Scout summer camp before and enjoyed every minute of it. The reason I bring this up is because the Legend of Everfree intro is basically all that atmosphere balled up into one song. It's a very simple one for certain, but it actually uses simplicity to its advantage. A lot of camp songs are meant to be very simple, since you're supposed to be able to join in and sing along. It encourages campers to come together and be friends, and this song is just like that. Listen to that nice little intro guitar strum, those percussional hand claps in the background, those enthusiastic hey, hey, heys from everyone. This feels like a song that can get you into the camp spirit, and it prepares you for what's to come perfectly. The intros to Friendship Games and Rainbow Rocks did similar things, but I don't know if I would call them all super memorable. Honestly, the only noteworthy thing I can think of is that the Rainbow Rocks intro reminds me of Austin Powers.
As we learn how the rainbow rocks.
Daddy wasn't there.
As for the first movie, yeah, I have no clue what they were trying to do there. But this number just has it all. Extremely catchy instrumentals, a vibe that prepares you for the rest of the movie, and lyrics that are actually pretty interesting. Sometimes in life, it really is make it or break it. Either you step up and make yourself known, or just stay in the background and never be noticed. You gotta make the most of the time you have, or no one will remember you. I don't hear that message a lot in MLP, and it definitely makes this song stand out. This is sitting on the bottom of the list since the actual visuals during the number are really bland compared to the other movies. I mean, it's just a bus driving to the camp and a random magical stream over a few basic backgrounds. Also, the instrumental does sound a little bit too much like Apples to the Core for its own good, but I can't deny how well this song fits the movie, and it's just as fun as sitting around a campfire with all your friends. Everybody sing! When it comes to the times they are a changeling, a common complaint I've heard was that everybody in the kingdom immediately started trusting Thorax, all because Spike just sang a song. And yeah, I still do think that's a bit of a problem. But when you step back from that story flaw and look at the song by itself, it's just freaking adorable.
Would you say I'm a hero, glorious and brave? If I told you something you wouldn't believe.
I'm not kidding, A Changeling Can Change is one of the cutest numbers MLP has ever put out. It's essentially Spike's last desperate plea to save his friend, all wrapped up into song form. And when you combine Spike's soft yet beautiful voice with the lovely piano strokes in the background, you get a scenario that sounds as hopeless as it is. Spike knows that this is his last chance to save Thorax. Every guard in the castle is armored and at the ready, glaring pins and needles at him, and yet he doesn't hesitate for a second. He wants to save his friend so badly that nothing scares him. Those song lyrics don't lie, Spike really is glorious and brave. And all of this is complemented by a video that I didn't think much of at first, but now makes a lot of sense to me. Most of it's just a purple background with only Spike and Thorax being shown, and it symbolizes just how isolated Spike feels in this situation. He is literally the only one vouching for Thorax in this case, and the visuals accompany that perfectly. It's not the most musically complex ballad in the series, but I don't think it's trying to be. It's a simple but heartfelt cry for help put to music, and that's what it feels like. It's pretty much the Charlie Brown Christmas of MLP songs. Not super detailed, but very sincere and genuine. And that's not something I can say about most ballads in MLP, which makes it stand out a lot in my opinion. I know the events that follow the song are a little silly, but next time you watch the episode, give this one a listen with fresh ears. It's actually quite beautiful. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go hug Spike.
Then why can't we imagine? Just why can't we imagine? Then why can't we imagine a changeling can change?
Let the rainbow remind you that together we will always shine.
Motivational and encouraging songs can often be very hard to make memorable. A lot of the time, writers will use a lot of vague lyrics and metaphors in order to sound uplifting to the widest possible audience, but it comes at the cost of these songs sounding very samey and very few of them actually having an identity. Heck, MLP already fell into that ballpark with The Magic Inside. But strangely enough, they actually managed to nail a motivational song in the previous season, and it comes from everyone's favorite little balls of cuteness, the CMC.
We're the toughest little ponies in town. Got the moves, got the mojo. No harder working ponies around.
Ever wanted to know what it would sound like if the MLP staff wrote their own version of Make a Man Out of You from Mulan? Well, here it is in all its mighty yet adorable glory. This is a number that makes you feel every inch of the CMC's willpower. You can hear the dedication in their voices, you can feel the determination all throughout the lyrics, and you even get to see them training their little keisters off in an awesome montage that the song is set to. Obviously, they're not going to do anything too strenuous, cause, you know, kids, but we can see all the sweat and strain from them, so it's clear that they're trying their hardest. Plus, there are even some moments of them just laughing and being silly, showing that even though they're determined, they're still having fun working together. Bottom line, these fillies are motivated, and they're not afraid to make it known. And holy cow, the instrumental detail on display is just amazing. That mighty drum roll, those intense whip cracks in the background. It feels like something a soldier would do a choreographed march to, and it really adds to the empowering vibe of the song. But the best part about Hearts as Strong as Horses is its placement in the episode. This number comes very early on as a way to get everybody excited and pumped for the CMC's training. We want to see them win. We want them to get on that team, and this song helps to strengthen that desire. And then near the end of the episode, when the CMC are at their lowest of lows, the song returns and remotivates the team to go back to doing what they do best. It does everything a good encouraging song should do, combined with the fact that it's unique to the CMC, explaining their plight and showing how determined they are to reach their goal. None of this vague, I will be myself stuff. This is a Cutie Mark Crusaders song through and through, which gives the song a very strong identity. It's the best CMC song ever sung, straight from the best episode the CMC's ever been in. Wave that flag with pride, girls. You've earned it. To make your musical number unique, you need to add some kind of special ingredient to the formula. Some standout and memorable lyrics, some unique musical accompaniment, just something that the audience will be able to cling to and will bring them back wanting more. One could even say you just need to add a little spice to the mixture. Okay, that was terrible. Just play the song.
Here's what I know. If you want to succeed, you must follow the trends, that's the key.
Spice Up Your Life just seemed like the episode that wouldn't leave me alone. I made a solo review on my channel, then it was on a podcast about it, then it was part of a collab discussing it. I had to watch it so many times in preparation for all those projects, but on the plus side, I got to hear this piece of awesome multiple times over. It's Gonna Work just has everything. The instrumentals are full of exotic sounds from the likes of sitars and bongo drums, which gives us a nice little break from the usual flutes and violins and gives the song its own unique flavor. It acts as a fun way to move the story forward as we get to see all the progress, or lack of progress, that our two groups of characters are making. But hands down, the best part of the number is the contrast. This is one of the many MLP songs that really takes advantage of the fact that it's a duet, with Rarity and Pinkie giving their 2 bits on how they think the tasty treat will be able to succeed. And it's really entertaining to listen to, not just because of how different they are, but just because of how wrong they both are. Rarity says the best way to succeed is just to follow the trends of whatever's popular and keep all originality out of the picture. I don't think I need to tell you how stupid of an idea that is. And then we get to Pinkie, who's on the right track saying that originality is a great way to stand out, but some of her lines go a little bit too far.
Don't ever change, being different is good. Don't let what others do be your cue.
Don't ever change? Well, I wouldn't say that. Some criticism is definitely helpful. Heck, if I didn't follow criticism, my videos would still be animated on Scratch with a Guitar Hero 3 microphone for audio. So yeah, both of them have clearly no idea what they're doing. But it's fun to see both of their starkly different opinions in song form set to that incredibly catchy beat. It's very similar to Stop the Bats from Season 4, which would have made it on here, but I feel like I respect it a lot more than I actually like it. And this is my personal best list after all. As a whole, It's Gonna Work is a fun little back and forth set to an amazing tune with memorability sprinkled all throughout. It's a recipe for success in every sense of the word.
It's gonna work, I swear it's gonna work. It's gonna work out just fine, you'll see.
Giving Discord, the overlord of chaos and arguably one of the best characters in the show, a musical number. What could possibly go wrong? Everything. Everything can go wrong. But that's what makes it so amazing.
A little glass of water, please. A fresh pressed hanky if I sneeze. Some tea with honey from the bees. Whenever you can brew it.
I'll get your tea.
Glass of Water is just straight up spectacular. Never have I heard a song that perfectly encapsulates a character more than this one. Yes, more than Generosity, more than So Many Wonders, even more than Smile, Smile, Smile. This song is just so Discord. And I don't care if that's not an adjective, there's no other way to describe it. This song is Discord through and through. The chaotic and constantly changing backing track, the incredibly random but really well written lyrics, the fast-paced insane video that never takes a break, I feel like I need a nap after all this. It's clear that when the MLP team heard that they were going to be doing a musical number for Discord, they were going to put everything they could into it to make it the most ridiculous but also the most awesome song the audience has ever heard. And while it's not my favorite song in the show since it's only number 6, I can't deny just how well put together it is. It starts off kind of slow with a bit of a swing, almost like a jazz piece.
A little glass of water, please. A fresh pressed hanky if I sneeze. Some tea with honey from the bees. Whenever you can brew it.
Then everything starts to build up as the music gets a little faster.
My goodness, I'm a nincompoop because I fear I got the croup. I need a vat of pumpkin soup and skulls made out of zinnias.
Then it all slows down again into a very peaceful and calm segment.
I'll be grateful for your charity until the bitter end.
And then utter chaos breaks loose and everything just gets faster and faster until the big climax at the end.
I'd like that glass of water, please. A magic spell to cure disease. A Ferguson tooth when I sneeze. A fresh bouquet of roses.
Musically, it's all over the place. But that's honestly the perfect fit for a Discord song. And even with the music being as dynamic as it is, that doesn't stop the flow of the piece from actually feeling pretty natural. Unlike Battle for Sugar Bell, where the changes in music just felt like random smash cuts which didn't match each other at all, Glass of Water keeps the same instruments throughout the piece and simply changes up the tempo and rhythm a bit, making it sound chaotic but still consistent. And the lyrics, oh my gosh, not only does John Delancey sound like he's having the time of his life in this number, but the rhymes and the words and the crazy things Discord keeps asking Twilight for, it's also weird that it just sticks in your head way after hearing it. Though I would advise that if you do want to sing this song, definitely have the lyrics on standby, cause singing it from memory is really difficult. Might as well try to sing Weird Al's Hardware Store. Top everything off with a hilarious animated sequence which alone makes this number worth it, and you have an insane yet unforgettable masterpiece. Never change, you chaotic nutball. Seriously though, never change. We've seen that your life depends on it.
Make sure I'm drinking in the right amount of fluids day and night. I wish I may, I wish I might have just one little thing. Oh, would you please finally bring me that tiny glass of water?
Each one of us has something special that makes us different, that makes us rare.
This is gonna be a really hard one to justify, but I'll do my best. On a surface level, this does go against a lot of what I criticize most MLP songs for. The lyrics aren't super unique, and the song doesn't really have much of an identity outside of context. The music is exceedingly simple, with only one guitar and one vocalist, and all around it's about as bare minimum a song as you can get. But as a person who's written songs for their significant other in the past, this is a musical number that just feels the most genuine. I listen to these lyrics along with the accompanying video, and I get to experience their romance firsthand. I smile as I get to see these two work through the endless roadblocks that their situation puts in front of them, and I get to see their love conquer all. I see subtle little hints to different experiences they've had peppered throughout the song, which are then reflected in the animation.
Seasons change and leaves may fall, but I'll be with you through them all. And rain or shine, you'll always be mine.
Even the simplicity I mentioned isn't much of a downside since the number actually uses it to its advantage. Instead of having some instrumentals that come completely out of nowhere like in other MLP songs and wouldn't really make sense outside of context, here, what you see is what you get. Pear Butter is just strumming her guitar and singing from the heart. That's all you hear, and that's all you need to hear. It almost puts you in the shoes of the situation. Like you're actually sitting there with this wonderful couple and imagining all these experiences they've had. The way it fades into the montage of their time together is almost like you closing your eyes and letting the music paint a picture for you. It's actually kind of fascinating how less musical detail can actually make the song more believable and immersive. The number as a whole enters the same territory as Changeling Can Change, with how sincere it feels and how incredibly adorable it is. But I put it higher on the list because of the better vocal performance and the more entertaining and enjoyable video. This is an experience that's best had as a musical number instead of just a song, since the music and animation are a perfect pair themselves. Can I understand why people don't like it? Sure. But if I scrape away the surface problems, I get the chance to see, hear, and feel just how much these two mean to each other. And it's proof that even if the world tries to keep you and your loved one apart, you'll always be able to find a way to bring yourselves together. It just warms my heart in a way no other MLP number can. Maybe I'm the only one who feels so strongly about this, but I can't deny that this catchy song's been in my head for months, and I can't imagine it leaving anytime soon.
And you should not blame me too if I can't help falling in love with you.
We have a light that shines within us that we were always meant to share.
Originally, I planned to put Art of the Dress on this list as my favorite Rarity song, but the more I listen, the more I realize two fatal flaws. It goes on for way too long, and at the same time doesn't have a ton of variety in either the musical or lyrical department. But you can rest easy knowing that the Rarity song I did choose to include is basically Art of the Dress 2.0.
The rules of rarity, guaranteed quality, this I can assure. For each and every dress, I vow to give finesse.
To anyone who's a content creator like me, this is probably one of the most relatable songs you will ever hear in your life. Unlike Art of the Dress, which essentially just stays stagnant for 4 minutes as the melody gets stale and the lyrics start to flounder, Rules of Rarity is interesting in the fact that the melody is directly tied to Rarity's passion and motivation, and as her creative spirit changes, so too does the music. She begins bright-eyed and enthusiastic, with the melody feeling upbeat and joyous. She's ready to share her love of dresses with the world, and getting to see the look on a satisfied customer's face is the thing that keeps her going. But when her career starts to demand more and more from her to the point where the job stops feeling like fun and starts feeling like work, her mood saddens and the music follows suit. She's not feeling the same spark of life that she had when she first began, and it's taking a toll on her and her creations. She eventually tries to mix things up with a touch of originality, but when the public rejects it, she feels completely hopeless and just gives in to their demand. She's lost her joy of creation and has just become a crowd pleaser. But then during the final reprise of the song near the end, she returns to her roots and finds her passion again. It goes against what some of her patrons want, but she doesn't care because she's back doing what she loves. And with that, the music returns to its original joyous tone and everything comes full circle. As someone who's been making videos for the better part of his life, this number is unbelievably relatable. There will always be people in your audience who never want you to change, and there will be those that will be open to change. There are those that will leave you when you try something different, and those that won't. But you know what? That's just life. Anyone who creates anything for an audience will fall into this kind of situation. And at the end of the day, you have to do what makes you happy. I'm not saying shut out audience feedback completely, heck, I've already talked about how stupid that would be, but don't make it so that you're just a monkey dancing for their amusement. Creative works come out best when they're done your way, not the way of others. And this song demonstrates just how a scenario like that would play out. Heck, even the video is packed with excellent detail, with the colors starting off as bright and vibrant, but becoming more muted and bleak as her passion starts to wane. It's a great touch that makes the experience much better than if you were to just listen to the song on its own. Overall, this is the MLP musical number that uses a dynamic structure the best. Getting to hear the changes in Rarity's mood and song form allows us to connect more to the character than we ever have before. There's no better way to say it. This song just straight up rules.
Oh yes, it makes my heart just soar. And when we come together, combine the light that shines within. There is nothing we can't do. There is no battle we can't win.
What's happening to you?
My spirit of heartwarming present sense is going off. That means that song is coming on.
Oh, Pinkie, I freaking love you.
Take a look at everything around you, all the smells that truly will astound you. Open up your heart, it will surround you in the magic of heartwarming ways.
It's kind of ironic, really. Heartwarming Tale, the same episode which had my least favorite number in MLP history, is also the holder of one of my top 3 favorites, but I can't deny it. Pinkie's Present is just a quintessential Pinkie Pie song in every possible way. It's upbeat, it's well sung, it's got great energy, it never gets repetitive or stale, and it's just pure fun. When I saw that Pinkie was going to be the spirit of Christmas Present and that this was going to be a musical, I had sky-high expectations for her song, and she did not disappoint. The structure of the song almost makes it feel like open mic night at some grand Christmas celebration, where you don't really feel like you have anything prepared and instead you just gotta sing from the soul. There's no chorus or reprise, so it doesn't feel rehearsed, and instead it's just a constant stream of unique and fun-filled lyrics that never takes a break and never gets old. It's a song where no time is wasted at all, and that extends to the video as well, where you can't go 2 seconds without Pinkie Pie jumping around, teleporting, or doing something adorable. It's a song where happiness never stops and joy is found in every last inch. And you know what? That's what the spirit of Christmas Present is all about. That's what Pinkie is all about. Pinkie's Present is a song that makes you feel like you're at a party with your friends. It makes you want to sing, it makes you want to dance, it gives you a lust for life. Those big band instrumentals, that toe-tapping beat, Pinkie's wonderful singing voice. There's even a tap dance breakdown near the middle. Just, oh my gosh, it's so happy. This makes it so high on my list because it not only nails the spirit of Christmas, it not only nails the spirit of Second Best Pony, but it's a song that doesn't feel like it's trying to do anything big or groundbreaking. While I adore a lot of songs in MLP just because of how big they can feel, it's nice to have a number that just wants to be 3 minutes of fun. It's a nice little change of pace from most of the other show's numbers, in the same way that a party is a nice break from everyday life. What else can I say? It's Pinkie in the role she was born to play, singing about the joys of giving. How could this not have been spectacular?
Yes, the reason for the holiday is quite easily found. And the reason is to be with your friends friends. And the reason is to be with your friends. When we come together, there'll be a star to guide the way. It's inside us every day.
I already mentioned in a review that I found the MLP movie to be a nice little treat at best. Numerically, that would mean I would give it like a 6 or 7 out of 10. Decent, but not amazing. But you know the saddest part? After looking through the movie to find numbers for this list, I found one that not only stood out from the rest, but left me mouth agape and saying to myself, why couldn't the movie have been more like this?
I'm the friend that you need when you're lost and don't know what to do. I'm your pal, your amigo, useful and resourceful too.
I'm the Friend You Need is not only the best song in the MLP movie, but it can also be seen as a blueprint for how good the film could have been. The sound is one of a kind, with Arabian-style beats and percussion intermixed with other instruments like flutes and mandolins. It feels like it belongs on a Disney soundtrack, like something straight out of Aladdin. Capper's singing voice is fantastic, finding the perfect mix between sounding pleasant and sounding sinister. You have a good feeling that he's up to something, but you're not quite sure what. That is until the end of the song, when he pretty much just tells you.
Here, tell Virgo my place 20 minutes. I've got something that will magically erase all my debt.
But what makes this song amazing in my opinion is the mood it puts you in and the setting it takes place in. MLP is a world where friendship is the name of the game, where bright colors are found everywhere and where the line between hero and villain is usually very cut and dry. But Kludgetown is not like that at all. It's very muted in colors, with a lot of tans and dark browns and shadows everywhere, mysterious alleys with eerie figures lurking about. It's unique in its presentation when compared to the other settings in the movie. In addition, Capper as a character doesn't seem to have a clear moral compass, and as a result, he always keeps you on edge. He seems like a friendly guy, but the way he talks and sings leaves you a little unsettled. He's complex and he keeps you questioning exactly what he's gonna do next. And my main problem is that none of the other elements in the movie are anything like this. We needed more challenging characters, we needed more standout locations, we needed more detours from what MLP is usually about. I mean, yeah, we got some darker elements with Tempest and such, but again, the line between who's good and who's evil is very clear there. Here it isn't, and that's what makes it so special. This is a number that basically goes against everything that MLP is accustomed to in the best possible way. It sounds unique from other MLP numbers, the character singing it is mysterious and slimy, the setting makes you feel uneasy, and the overall experience lifts the movie to a new height that the rest of it just never seems to match, unfortunately. If what I'm hearing is true and that the characters from the film will be coming to the series, I'm just praying that we get more screen time with Capper and Kludgetown, because those are easily the two best elements of the whole film. Bottom line, if you want a good taste of what the My Little Pony movie could have been, or just a great tune to snap along to, then this is the song you need! Sorry.
'Cause I'm the friend you need.
He's a friend. He's a friend indeed.
Whew. Well, only one number to go. But before we do that, way too many honorable mentions.
Morning in Ponyville shimmers. Morning in Ponyville shines.
The perfect way to start a musical episode. It's pretty much the pony version of that opening song from Beauty and the Beast, and I love it.
Well, you've got opportunity in this very community. He's Flam, we're the world famous Flim Flam Brothers.
Whether or not you like the Flim Flam Brothers, and I really do, you can't deny that they really know how to market their product. Nothing brings in buyers like a catchy jingle.
We've traveled the road of generations, joined by a common bond.
The second best song the Apple family's ever sung, hands down. Plus, I've always had a soft spot for songs that use random objects as instrumentation.
Winter wrap up, let's finish our holiday cheer. Winter wrap up, 'cause tomorrow spring is here. 'Cause tomorrow spring is here.
A classic that stood the test of time. It's a little too long for its own good, but the chorus and verses are extremely memorable. Really should have sung it for my 3K subscriber special. Oh well.
Now, Rainbow, my dear, I cannot express my delight. It's abundantly clear that somewhere out here is a pet that will suit you just right.
One of MLP's first true duets, and I think it holds up pretty well. Flutters and Rainbow have good in-song chemistry here, and it makes the number all the more enjoyable. A bit redundant in the same vein as Generosity, but a way more fun song. A lot of people call this their favorite number in the show, and if you do, I wouldn't blame you.
We heard you want to get together. We heard you want to rock the school.
Oh, whoa, oh, whoa, you didn't know that you fell. Oh, whoa, now that you're under our spell.
I decided to put both Siren songs here because they both have the same awesome elements. They feel like songs that an actual siren would sing. Welcoming, but still menacing. Beautiful, but also creepy. Plus, they both have excellent videos to accompany them. They do kind of feel like the same song twice though, so I gotta deduct points there.
Those vampire bats will give you a fright. Eating apples both day and night. They rest for a minute, maybe 3. Then they're eating every apple in your apple tree.
Again, I respect this song a lot more than I like it. I can respect the shifts in tone and imagery which reflect the pony singing each verse, and just how unique that concept is, but I can't see myself listening to this one outside of context. At least, not very often.
A super duper party pony, that pony is me. I always knew that was the kind of pony I would be.
Pinkie Pride's only shining gem amongst the sea of mediocrity. I may not like the episode, but this song is way too great for me to pass up. Plus, come on, it's Weird Out.
This day is going to be perfect. The kind of day of which I dreamed since I was small.
This was pretty much everyone's favorite number in the show for a while. It really shows just how amazing an MLP villain song can be when effort is put into it. Take notes, open up your eyes.
As a young thing, life sure is something. You go making choices large and small.
A song about how the past affects the present using the metaphor of seeds growing into a mighty tree. No one but Applejack could have sung this song, and she sounds beautiful in it. Second best number and heartwarming tale without a doubt. A bit lacking in the lyrics department, but an awesome sounding instrumental and a great video. Too bad the episode couldn't have been better.
I can see a rainbow in your tears as they fall down.
The MLP movie got me to enjoy a Sia song. That's gotta count for something.
Let the rainbow remind you that together we will always shine.
Guys, I'm at a loss for words here. Never in a million years would I have expected this to be the MLP musical number that I would keep coming back to. The one that would stay in my head the longest after I heard it. After 7 full seasons and 5 movies, this is the one that stuck around. But I can't help it. This is a song that just works on every level. And ironically enough, it's a work song.
Raise this barn, 1, 2, 3, 4. Together we can raise this barn, 1, 2, 3, 4.
As someone who's been working most of his life, whether it be school, jobs, video, house, or otherwise, it can get really monotonous after a while. Which is why I've developed what I like to call the whistle while you work mentality, where I usually play a song in my head to make the time pass by quicker. And this number is pretty much the embodiment of everything great about work songs. It's exceedingly simple in musical structure and lyrics, but that's exactly what a work song is supposed to be. It's meant to be a song that you can sing along to, a song that keeps you moving and energized, a song that keeps you in order as you work as a team. When you watch the video, you'll notice everyone doing tasks in sync with the 1, 2, 3, 4 lyrics. They're naturally working to the rhythm. They're being productive and having fun at the same time. And it's extra appropriate that Applejack is the one singing it because she's a pony that thrives on being productive and working hard. The idea of using an upbeat square dance number to increase team morale and make time go by faster is just so her. And when I say upbeat, I mean it. This song is just non-stop energy. Every instrument in this song sounds like it's giving 110%. Those motivational screams from the apples in between verses just make you want to say yeah alongside everybody else. And AJ's singing voice is just miraculous. I have no clue why she wasn't given more songs in the series. Just listen to this.
Raise this barn, 1, 2, 3, 4. Together we can raise this barn, 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish the frame, recycling wood, working hard, you're doing good. Turn them real quick by the right elbow, grab your partner, here we
this number is so good as a work song, I actually listened to it multiple times during the process of making this just to keep me motivated. I'm not kidding. Make this list, 1, 2, 3, 4. I know that I can make this list, 1, 2, 3, 4. Move those fingers quick as light, work your hardest day and night. You spell check if you get things wrong, type your thoughts on every song. You'll notice that in a lot of my entries, I really like songs that feel genuine and don't try to act like something they aren't. And Raise This Barn is the best example of that. At its core, it's a fast, simple, and incredibly catchy number meant to show the Apples constructing a barn in a fun way. That's all it wants to be, and that's all it has to be. It's pleasant to the ears, it's unique in its simplicity, the video and song complement each other perfectly, it never gets old, it has utility as an actual work song, it's the ideal fit for the character singing it, and it all ends with a slow, triumphant look back on all the hard work that everyone did. I know that pretty much everyone will probably fight me on this one, but my ears, head, and heart all agree that it doesn't get any better than this. Raise This Barn. Still my number one favorite MLP musical number of all time.
Being together counts the most. We all came here from coast to coast. All we need to strive to be is part of the Apple family. Yeah!
Well, that's all I've got for you today. In conclusion, it was fun getting to listen to MLP's entire musical catalog. We've gone over some great numbers, some bad ones, some debatable ones, but the experience as a whole was a blast for me, and I hope it was for all of you too. Obviously, a lot of us are going to debate over which musical performance tops them all, and everyone has their own reasons why. But regardless of what songs we favor over the others, I'm sure we can all agree that MLP is capable of giving us tunes that not only reflect the awesome quality of the show, but will keep us singing, dancing, feeling, and smiling for years to come. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed the show. I'm Finn the Pony, and I hope to see you all real soon.
I haven't got a clue. Winter wrap up. Let's finish our holiday cheer. Winter wrap up. 'Cause tomorrow spring is here.